We're in whiskey country, Bardstown, Kentucky to be exact, and we are here at the sprawling Heaven Hills Whiskey Complex.
We're here for the bourbon experience, not just a bourbon tour, it's an experience. So we have some high hopes for this. It's going to be really, really interesting. Love to tour distilleries, and there are so many to choose from here in Bardstown. We only had time to do one. We chose this one. Some brands that maybe you haven't heard of before, like Elijah Craig, Rittenhouse Rye. What are some of the other ones?
Oh, Larceny, and then Heaven Hills, their own brand, of course. So yeah, it's a
beautiful
should be good.
day too.
I would kind of call this a second tier. It's not one of the main brands that everybody's heard of, like Maker's Mark, and Jim Beam, of course, is obviously the biggest and the baddest around here. But we wanted to kind of do something just a little bit different because it feels like everybody heads to the great big brand names. So hopefully when we go inside, they'll let us do some filming. We'll see. We're out here in the parking lot here with this really cool truck that it says this distillery was established in 1935. And this truck is probably from that era. This is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool truck. Something kind of cool is the old courthouse right in the very center of town, and that, yeah, the road goes all the way around the courthouse. The courthouse in Bardstown is now the visitor center, or the welcome center. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's a very cool building. See, these open signs are cool, and having traveled to many small towns now, I completely understand here because a lot of stores in downtowns, they close a lot. You know, like they close at 3 or they close at 5,
and they close early, or they close if the owner has a doctor's appointment,
or something, or whatever. It's a small town, they can do that. So this shows that yes, we are open, and I really appreciate it.
We saw that in Geneseo, where stores would just randomly close at different hours of the day.
Yeah. So now they're like, we're open. No question here. I'm going into Cactus Andy's. Super cool.
Friends is in. What would Dolly do? School with Lana, so she would go.
We had a lot of bourbons. We're in the store for women's clothes. Now we're in
the bro.
Yeah,
the bro store.
Now we're in what we call the store. So there's some really, really cool stuff in this store.
Yes.
Everything from sequin red jackets to velour to socks.
And wait, you got to go to the best part.
Really cool stuff.
Oh, look at that.
It's probably a good thing that we're in an RV and we can't go crazy. But the store that we were just in with Victoria's stuff had a bunch of and then here.
They're even selling the bar. Oh, that's a nice pack if you wanted to not have a fanny pack.
You got your smoking chair, your drinking chair.
Wow, this is a very nice setup.
Yeah, this is very cool. And they're even selling bourbon, wine,
cookware. Look at that old Yahoo Mountain Dew sign. Oh my goodness.
If you're looking for the offbeat and off the beaten path stuff, you've come to the right place. We're at the Bernheim Arboretum.
Yes, and we are here to see the giants of the forest, which, from what I read,
what is that?
They're really cool. They're these huge sculptures made out of recycled or reclaimed wood. And it's a 2-mile trail. It's an out and back, and along the way, you find the sculptures.
So is that kind of like the troll under the bridge in Seattle?
Yes, it's one of those weird things. I don't know if you'd consider this a weird thing. The Arboretum is pretty big here, but it's still like that. And if you do go look for the troll under the bridge in Seattle, go look for the mystery soda machine too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So as we head out on the trail, you follow the feet.
Yep. The elders were wise. They knew the man's heart away from nature becomes hard. That is very true. They knew that lack of respect for growing, living things soon led to the lack of respect for humans too. I like that. In Kentucky, about 6 days per year have a heat index of about 100 degrees right now. That could reach 45 days by 2050 without global carbon reductions. Reduce your footprint and your costs. Ditch the car and the bike. Walk, carpool, or take the bus when you can.
I don't know if I agree with the part about ditch your bike. How is?
No, that's bad.
It says ditch the car and
See, it's missing a
okay.
comma. This is a grammatical error here. See, right here. It should be reduce your footprint and your costs. Ditch the car and bike, walk, carpool, or take the bus when you can't. See, comma. Commas are important. Let's eat, Grandma. Let's eat, Grandma.
Commas are important.
Commas
Take it
are
from the
important.
self-publishing people.
We know editors who told us commas are important.
All right, here's the sign for Mama Lou Marie and Little Alina, which should be our first forest giants. Okay, here we go. So because we do everything unconventionally, we're following the giant footsteps, but we're doing the trail backwards.
Very nice.
The video doesn't do these justice. Victoria's going to show you just how big this tree is. They're huge. Okay, so we're coming across our first forest giant, Mama Lou Marie. Okay, there you go. There's Mama Lou Marie.
Very cool.
Very cool.
That must have taken a very long time to create.
So for size comparison, there's Victoria. That's pretty cool. Mama Lou Marie is pretty big.
Hey, look at this elbow. This elbow's pretty big. That's a big arm. She is large.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
That's cool.
Okay, I found a better chair. This is
That's
the
like
Chief's chair.
that's like a quasi Game of Thrones chair right there.
Yes. I have found my throne and my loyal subject.
Sits on the stump next to her.
Yes. My right-hand man. Yeah. Queen Victoria. What does that make you? King Rich. Makes you King Rich.
Or Court Jester Rich.
No. You're,
Sunset Amphitheater. So there's an amphitheater back here too.
that would be cool. I hear and see water. Whoa.
Very cool. Here's the amphitheater with the stage right over the lake. That's super cool. Oh my goodness. After hours and hours of hiking and searching, we find little Alina.
She's not too little, kind of big. Beautiful though. I like that.
So the question is, what are these here?
Oh, what's the symbolism here?
It's everywhere.
That was fun.
Okay, so we're on the inside. We're in the lobby. A couple other brands that we didn't mention. Pikesville. I bet you that's good. Straight rye whiskey.
yeah.
And Henry McKenna. couple of brands we didn't mention, but we're doing the 230 tour, and we're not 100% sure if we're going to be able to video throughout the experience.
But I think you can take pictures, so we'll at least do that.
Yeah, we'll at least take some still pictures. So
yeah, so we'll take you along for as much as we can.
okay, so you get your choice of 4 different bourbons to try that are exclusive to the tasting room that day. Then they hand you your bottle and you're off to the bottling room where you do a little rinse and then dry your bottle to make sure there's no extra moisture in there. Then it's off to the portioning and filling of your bottle. From there, it's time to cork up your selection. And then, according to Kentucky law, you fill out your label according to the proof and batch number. Seal your lid, and you're all set to take your bourbon selection home with you. Of course, no stop to a distillery would be complete without the gift shop.
Ah, bourbon.
It smells very much like bourbon everything in here.
That actually smells really, really kind of good. So we've got some sauces, some Elijah Craig and some Larceny sauces. Rich is going to go in.
This looks like a mustard.
You going with that one first?
Yeah, so we're going to try the Larceny Gold Sauce.
Okay. What's the verdict?
Very mustardy. It's still, you and I love mustard, so
So that would be a good one for us. Can you taste the bourbon in it?
I can't. The mustard kind of overrides everything on that one.
Okay.
So it's very mustardy, but it's a good sauce.
Okay. Next we have the
Elijah Craig
teriyaki
sauce,
which I definitely may not be able to try that. Depends if it has gluten in it.
Okay, now that one's interesting because you can taste the bourbon in that one for sure. And then finally we've got the gourmet sauce. Is it just gourmet sauce or is that considered a barbecue sauce? I don't know. Let's go in and find out.
I don't know. We're going to find out. It looks like barbecue sauce.
Oh, it's very sweet.
Oh, very sweet.
It's a very sweet sauce.
Just like you. You even have some spices here, all smoked over bourbon barrel wood. I'm kind of interested in this one right here. I may have to leave with this. More sauces, hot wing sauce, grilling sauce, spicy apple. That sounds interesting. And more sauces, not just bourbon, but so much more. Oh, honey mustard. I do love a good honey mustard.
Okay, I found the stickers over here, so we might have to get...
Oh, we found the mother load of stickers for our door.
That's kind of a cool sticker.
I like that
Or
sticker.
the one shaped like the state of Kentucky.
Okay, which one should we get? Tell us in the comments which one you think we should get.
Or just the plain white
Eeny,
one.
meeny, miny. There's no mo. So eeny, meeny, miny.
This is the one with which we will go.
Oh, you're a poet and didn't know it.
Thanks to the staff at Heaven Hills Distillery for the bourbon tasting experience, allowing us to shoot bits and pieces of the process, and most of all, getting our very own self-bottled 130 proof Elijah Craig barrel proof bourbon. It's still sealed. We're saving this for a special occasion.
Yes, we are. It was a great experience, but you know what it wasn't? It wasn't a tour.
No, and that's our fault, not Heaven Hill's fault, and we'll explain why.
So when you think of any type of experience going on at a distillery, and we've done distillery tours before, you think, oh, automatically you get a tour. So we signed up, and we get there, and it starts, and they get us into the tasting room.
First, that was the first thing.
And I'm thinking, no. Usually the tastings are at the end. Oh, maybe they do things differently here. And so we're going through, and it's going on and going on, and I'm thinking, I don't think there's a tour coming.
No.
And we look at each other and go, yep, there's no tour.
Yeah. The bourbon tasting experience was specifically to taste 4 different bourbons to decide which one you wanted to bottle. That was the experience.
And those bourbons that you're tasting aren't available to the general public.
Right.
So it is an experience. It's a wonderful thing to do if you choose to do that. But no, you are not going on a tour of the distillery. Because so if you want to go on a tour of a distillery, check that out when you book it or you look up online, because obviously not every experience is a tour.
Yep.
So we don't want you to make the same mistake we did.
Yep. Or pick up the phone and give them a call. Make sure you're doing a tour and check with the different distilleries that you're planning on going to, because while we were there, Bardstown Distillery was one that we were considering, and it said right at the top of their webpage that they were not doing distillery tours at the time we were there. I think it was due to cleaning and maintenance and things like that. Yeah, so be sure and check it out, and make sure you know what you're signing up for.
Yes, definitely. But Bardstown was amazing and wonderful, and one of the things I loved about Bardstown, there's a couple things.
Great shopping.
Great shopping. I found my purse there. We were walking around downtown. They have great shops, very eclectic shops I think you're going to love. And I saw this purse in the window. When I went in and I touched it and I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I really like it, but I don't think I should buy it. And then 2 days later, I'm thinking about the purse. I'm dreaming about the purse. I can't stop thinking about the purse. So I went back and luckily it was there.
That tells you it was yours.
Super excited. The other thing I loved about Bardstown was Boone's Butcher Shop.
Yeah.
We found that, so if you're cooking and you need some meat, go to Boone's Butcher Shop.
Shop local.
Yeah, definitely shop local. Yeah. It's huge and the prices were amazing.
We got 2 big, 2-inch thick T-bone pork chops, and I think they were like $5 a chop. And they were good, locally raised Kentucky hogs, not injected. It was probably the best pork chops we've ever had.
Yeah, it was so good. So definitely check out Boone's, check out the shopping, check out the distilleries. But if you're an outdoors person, outdoor adventure, biking, kayaking, things like that, there may not be that much around the local Bardstown area.
Yeah, so I had looked up, done some searches on mountain biking in the area. Didn't really come up with anything, at least a 10-15 minute drive within Bardstown. And then if you're a road biker, which I myself am a road biker, but I'm pretty picky about my roads. If there's not a nice big wide shoulder and cars are going over 45, 50 miles an hour, especially around distilleries, I'm not biking on those roads. We did find the Arboretum, which was a great hike. But if you're looking for some more kind of hardcore hikes in the area, we couldn't really find any. If you know of some that are around the Bardstown area, and again, I'm talking maybe a 10-15 minute drive at the most. If you drive an hour or more, you can find tons of outdoor activities. But I'm talking centrally located Bardstown. If you know of any, please leave them down in the comments below.
There were a few I found, but all the comments were ticks and bugs. Ticks and bugs. And so it's like I'm not really scared of ticks and bugs, but the way these comments were worded, I was a little scared of ticks and bugs. So we're like, no, we found the Arboretum and we found the Giants, which was super cool. So that was good for us.
Mm-hmm. So when you make it to Bardstown, there's really one thing you're going there for, and that's the bourbon. Bardstown was great, but now, speaking of outdoor activities, we're making our way to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we got a couple of really great outdoor activities we have planned down there.
That's going to be tons of fun. And if you've been to Bardstown and you have a favorite distillery that you want to tell people that they need to go to, drop it in the comments below. That way we can spread the information and everybody can have their best Bardstown experience. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do now and hit the notification bell so you know when we have a new video. And if you're having fun, give us a thumbs up. That really helps us on YouTube and it spreads our videos out to more people.
Yep.
And until next time, happy exploring.